Good Thursday, Anona, family, and friends. I hope you had a great Easter. I hope you were able to be involved in some services. We had some beautiful services here on Sunday, and they were so meaningful. I hope you had a chance to experience the risen Christ in your life, and also got to spend time with family and friends. And I had a great time with my grandchildren doing Easter egg hunts. It was a wonderful weekend. The three of the four Gospels talk about how Jesus continued to appear to his disciples. He continued to have a relationship with them. In the first chapter of Acts, it says that Jesus stayed with them for 40 days after his resurrection. See, he had built a relationship with them. And that's what God wants from us, a relationship. And a relationship is a two-way thing. We have to respond. God's care and love for us is there, and we have to respond. And Jesus did that with his disciples, and what a great relationship that was. And I think it's important that we remember that the product of the resurrection was the church. And that's a place for us to continue to build relationships with God, but also with one another. Remember, when the Pharisees asked Jesus, what is the greatest commandment? He said, it's to love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. But a second is like it, to love your neighbor as yourself. And so he put together that love of God and love of neighbor, that relationship. And so we are called to love our neighbors, to be in relationship with our neighbors. And there are many places where Jesus talks about those relationships. In Matthew 18:20, he says, where two or three are gathered, I am in their midst. He is there with us. We are not alone. And then in Luke 10, he talks about sending his disciples out two by two. You see, he didn't send them out alone. He sent them out in pairs to be in relationship and to form relationships. That's how we grow closer to God. And so the church is that place where we come together as people to form relationships, to form a greater and closer relationship with God. And of course, another important thing that so often happens in the church is we form relationships over meals. And again, we have that example of Jesus who went to many banquets and also went to the homes of different people, because it's in that relationship of breaking bread, of being together, that we form even closer relationships. And if you look at Jesus' disciples, they were an odd bunch of folks. I mean, after all, he had different kinds of people. And I think that's important for us to realize, that we need to make relationships with people from differing kinds of backgrounds, different, not all the same as us, but different kinds of backgrounds. He had tax collectors, he had zealots, he had fishermen, he had learned people. So, in the church, we come together as a group, as people from many different backgrounds and races and ideas and cultures. And it's in these relationships that we can grow stronger with each other and stronger with God. So I hope you have a great week. Be sure to join us in services on Sunday. Have a great weekend. See you next week. Bye-bye.